Hi everyone, welcome back to Primary Innovations channel. We are really excited to share with you all classroom Christmas ideas, budget-friendly approach to all things Christmas for the elementary school teacher. Today we're going to be sharing craft ideas, party favor ideas, desserts, and more. First, we're going to start with Michelle, who shares some Secret Santa gift ideas for teachers and party favor ideas from your local Dollar Tree.
Hi teachers, I'm Michelle from Oklahoma State University out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I'm just here to give you a quick tip on some things that you can do to go and introduce some teachers and students in your class on different ways and cheap alternatives that you can buy them in your local Dollar Tree store. So what we have here that you can do for teachers is you can give them paper clips, you can do a pair of scissors, and you can even do tray organizers, and that's only $3 plus tax that you have spent. Now for some of your kids as party favors, one things that you can do is you can give them dinosaur erasers, or you can even do other erasers like this. So as you can see, they have a bunch of different items that you can give that are like dirt cheap. So head on over to your local Dollar Tree and see what you can find out for items that you can use in your classroom.
Next, Cheyenne shares some of her holiday party favor ideas for students at Hobby Lobby.
This is Cheyenne from Primary Innovation. If you're a teacher like I am, I'm already prepping for our Christmas party at the end of the semester, which is coming up really quick since it's already past mid-October. And so I like to get the sales early. And if you come to a place like Hobby Lobby, they have 50% off early in the season. So they have their Christmas stuff out here already, and it's already at 50%. And what's not, the beauty of Hobby Lobby is whatever is not on sale already, you can get for 40% off using their coupon. And so here I have little gift bags, and you can get them at a whole bunch of different sizes, but these are great for little party favors in your class, for your class students. And there's like paper box ones, and I like these because they're just cheap, affordable, and you can kind of deck them out in however you want. And then here's even some littler ones, and then there's tissue paper for a really affordable price that just kind of helps. You can put that in there to hide some of these different favors. So I like to get favors that come in little packs, so that have multiples in them. So then I can break them up and put them in each little favor box. Crayons, stampers, notepads. Those are all great things to give your students, and they're affordable and cheap, especially when they're 50% off. This is $3, so $1.50 for 12 erasers, and you can divvy that up among your students and put one in each of the favors. So just a really fun thing. And another note for Christmas parties is, in addition to party favors, you might have some games that you're gonna play, and so there's some fun little games that you can play and have as like prizes for your students as well. And it's all here at Hobby Lobby. I really like the store, and just love prepping for Christmas and getting all the deals I can for the season. So I hope you enjoyed this segment, and you go to your local Hobby Lobby to check out all the new deals for Christmas. Thank you.
Next, Shannon is sharing some really fun Christmas craft ideas for you to do in your classroom.
Hi everybody, I'm Shannon, and I'm here today to talk to you about fun classroom Christmas crafts. Now we have a few different ones to jump over depending on if you have a small budget or maybe a little bit larger budget, if you have younger students versus if you have older students. So let's jump right in. If you have younger students and a smaller budget, a fun Christmas craft would be to have them trace their little hands on green construction paper. And then you or a teacher's aide can cut out those little tracings, glue them side by side until you create a wreath. And then using existing art supplies that you have, you can let them decorate those little wreaths. And the fun thing about this is when they're done, whether they use red pom-poms or glitter or markers, however you choose to do this, you can hang them on your door or in your classroom, and they second as Christmas decor for the season. Now, say this is too young of a craft for your students, but you still have a limited budget. A great idea to spread Christmas cheer would be if you threw all the students' names in a hat and had everyone draw a name of another student in the classroom. And then have them design and use supplies to create a Christmas card or a Christmas postcard with a message that is truly meaningful for that student. It may be that they hope their new year is this, or that you are really great about this, or you are really special to this classroom because of this, but something that is very meaningful to that student. And then you can hang those beautiful cards or postcards all throughout your classroom. Now, I wouldn't let the students actually read them until it's time to go home for Christmas break. And what I would do is wait a couple of days before it's Christmas break and then send them home with the recipient. That way they have their own little Christmas message that they're taking home with them that spreads Christmas cheer and makes them feel special during this holiday season. Now, say you have a little bit bigger of a budget. If you have younger students and a little bit bigger of a budget, look at buying a few terracotta pots. Now, a pot this size is going to run you about $2, so that may be a little bit too big to buy for an entire classroom, but you can generally pick up smaller ones for about 50 cents. And what you may want to do is just slap a coat of white paint on it before you get ready to do this craft with your students. Then take some red and green paint and allow your younger students to stick their fingers, just their fingertips, in the red and green paint and put their little fingerprints all over their own personal pot. Now again, this is a larger pot, so when you're talking the 50-cent pots, you're talking a much smaller size, and so it'll be the perfect size for a small classroom craft for younger students. Then you, or a teacher's aide, can take a Sharpie and draw little animals out of the fingerprints that they made on the pot. Again, if it's Christmas theme, I would maybe think about just going with red and green paint, but as you can see, you can do a variety of colors. Now, if this craft is too young for your class, but you do have a large enough budget to go with the terracotta pots, think about buying various sizes and creating a terracotta village. So with the Christmas theme in mind, have your students decorate their own pot as if it was a little house, a window, a door, a Christmas tree, maybe some snow coming off the roof. And then you can put fake snow on a desk in the classroom or on a surface that you have available and put all the little pots next to each other to create a little Christmas village. Again, that's exciting because you can use it as Christmas decor in your classroom, but it's also a fun Christmas craft that your students can get involved in. Now, a little trick just to let you know, if you decide to go the route of the terracotta pot, but you want to use it as an actual pot, not flip it upside down as a house, but you don't want to use the budget dollars to buy the piece that goes on the bottom. You can take a Ziploc bag, and depending on your size pot, you may go gallon or you may go quart size. Cut the top off, tuck it in here, roll it over the edges, and you have created a waterproof environment where you can water whatever you put in your pot without the water leaking through the bottom. So those are just a few fun Christmas crafts that you can do in your classroom. I hope that you will drop us a comment with your favorite Christmas craft that you do during the holiday season, and we look forward to hearing back from you. Thanks.
Next, Annie is sharing a gift idea for your classroom.
Hi, I'm Annie Archer, and we thought of a great gift idea that teachers can give back to their classroom, which would be a class photo. This is something that the teacher can line up all the students and take a photo of their class, and this can be like a memorable photo that they can give back to the kids, they can take home to their parents to help them remember the year.
And lastly, I share a few recipes for a holiday cookie exchange. Hi everyone, my name is Rachel, and I'm really excited to share with you all one of my favorite parts of a Christmas season. Not only do I love Christmas apparel, but I also really love baking cookies. My mom's been an educator for over 16 years, and she also enjoys baking cookies. And every year she participates in the cookie exchange at her work. And so I'm really excited to share with you all some of the cookies that she has made in the past that have been really big hits, and the recipes to these cookies, but also to help you and maybe motivate you to start your own cookie exchange at your work if your fellow coworkers and teachers don't do this. And so definitely try and get together with some of your favorite teachers or even the entire staff at your school and try to participate in a cookie exchange. Not only will you get really good recipes out of this, but you'll also be able to share your own personal recipe. So this is the cookbook. We have our cookie recipes in, and most of them are written on little note cards in cursive because they're actually my grandma's recipes, and so that's how you know they're really good. But first we're going to start with the chocolate no-bake cookies. So this recipe is relatively simple. It doesn't require anything being put into the oven. It just requires you to put a couple of ingredients into a saucepan, bringing it to a boil, and then stirring in a couple of ingredients. And this recipe makes about 30 cookies, and it is a huge hit. So this recipe is really fun because it comes from Cookie Monster, and it's his cookie dough recipe. And this recipe is relatively easy to make. It does make a lot of cookie dough, and the nice thing about this recipe is that because it makes so much cookie dough, you actually can keep some in your freezer and freeze it so that later on when you're wanting to make additional cookies for your family or any other outing, you can take it out of the freezer and make it really quick for whatever you're needing. And so that's what's really nice about this recipe, and it has saved my family so much time during the holiday season. So if you're looking to score some extra credit on your cookie making, here's a homemade icing recipe. Now, the icing from the grocery store also works well, but this is a particular hit for me and my family. And last but not least, here is a chocolate chip cookie with oatmeal. These are absolutely delicious and are the perfect recipe to take to any cookie exchange because this recipe makes 8 dozen cookies. This has been a hit for my mom and her cookie exchanges at her work and something she loves to share with her fellow teachers. So I hope you all found these recipes to be helpful and are inspired to start a cookie exchange with your fellow teachers and the staff at your school. Head over to our website for these recipes in typed out format so you can easily print them off and use them to bake with. Thank you so much for watching our video, and we hope that you were able to get some great ideas for the upcoming holiday season for your classroom. Please leave a comment below if you plan on using any of these ideas, and be sure to stop by our website for my cookie exchange ideas. I hope you all have a fantastic day.